Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Headbanger's Closet. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July holiday weekend, and I hope everyone's enjoying their summer so far. And it kind of got me thinking. This time of year, people are going on vacation, the beach, mountains, the lake, whatnot, and you're probably going to need some new metal band suggestions to listen to while you're driving or you're flying to wherever you're going. So this week's episode, I'm going to tell you guys about a handful of bands I've been listening to so far this summer. All of these bands are the newer bands I've been listening, or newish bands I've been listening to this summer. So give you guys a rundown of these great records I got in my collection, these great bands, and maybe you guys can check them out too and tell me what you think. So the first one we're going to talk about is Hell Ripper, The Affair of the Poisons. This is the latest album from Hell Ripper. Hell Ripper is a one-man band. James McBain from Scotland plays all the instruments, records them all, writes the lyrics. Just like I said, one-man band. Super talented dude. If you go back in my video a couple months, I did a review of this album, probably back maybe like February, March or something like that. I don't really know, but just go back, you'll find it. Yeah, and James actually commented on the video, so that was really cool. So this is a great record. Like I said, it's called Affair of the Poisons. The genre that they're calling it is black and speed. And yeah, you can definitely tell it's black and speed. Got a lot of Motorhead sounding stuff in it. A lot of early thrash and some modern thrash in there. Just, if you like just heavy, fast, crunching guitars, you're going to love this record. Definitely black metal style lyrics in terms of the vocal delivery, but it's great. Highly recommended. If you like just fast, heavy stuff, check it out. Hell Ripper, The Affair of the Poisons. It's got a lot of other great albums as well and some EPs, so just check them out wherever you listen to your music. Great record, highly recommend it. Next one we got is a band called Frozen Soul, and I believe they're from Dallas, Texas, I think. Somewhere in Texas. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's Dallas. This is a death metal band, and I love death metal, but let's be honest, there's so much death metal coming out right now with just regurgitated riffs, the same old breakdowns, the same old tempo changes, the same old growling vocals, and these guys do it differently. Yeah, they've got that death metal vocal style, but it's not completely incoherent. Great guitar work. The bass and the drums really lay that foundation in the backbeat. They sound really good. It's original. Like I said, they don't have all that regurgitated guitar riffs that so many of the death metal bands out right now have it. But just really, really good original death metal. The album's called Crypt Device. A lot of cold ice style stuff in their album. Crypt Device, Arctic Stranglehold, Encased in Ice. And the album itself is on ice-colored blue vinyl, if you will, I guess. And I thought that was really, really cool how they did that. But one thing I thought was kind of funny, and the ice storm in Texas this year, not a laughing matter, obviously, but what was kind of funny was they went out into the streets of the city they were in, like I said, I think it's Dallas, and they decided to do a photo shoot, Frozen Soul, in the frozen wasteland that was that city at that time of the year during that ice storm. You could tell they were freezing, but man, those photos looked badass. So I just thought it was pretty cool. Frozen Soul, Crypt Device out there on a photo shoot in the freezing ground, snow and ice from that storm. So great album. Check them out. If you dig death metal at all, definitely give you guys a listen. You will not be disappointed. So the next one is, they're not super new. They're newer, but they've been around a while. It's Warbringer. This is their first record called War Without End. Their latest album is called The Weapons of Tomorrow, and it's phenomenal. It's just an awesome thrash band. I believe they're from LA. I picked this one up. It's a reissue of the first album. I think it's like a 5-10 year maybe a reissue. Picked it up on yellow vinyl. Looks really, really cool. But definitely, if you want to give them a listen, check out the last 2 records. The Weapons of Tomorrow, and then I can't remember the name of the one before that, but it's just as good. Just awesome, modern thrash metal with great, singer's got a little bit of a high-pitched voice, but it's that modern thrash sound, but you hear a lot of that classic 80s thrash sound as well. So it's not really a crossover band, it's just a straight-up thrash band. So check them out, Warbringer. So the next band I want to talk about is from Louisville, Kentucky, called Savage Master. The album is called Myth, Magic, and Steel. And there's the back cover, so you know right by looking at this thing, it's going to be very power metal-esque. Lyrics in the vein of Dio, but the music sounds a lot like Iron Maiden. It's a female-fronted singer, and there she is right there. This band I discovered from Shadow Kingdom Records. That's the record label they're on. I saw them on the Shadow Kingdom Records Instagram page. Picked up the record, listened to it for like a week or so, then decided to buy the record at Bandcamp. Really, really great gatefold album. Check out those photos. Really well done gatefold. You get a gnarly, glossy, thick insert. There's a picture of the young lady that's on lead vocals with the lyrics. And there's her dudes in the background with the red masks or whatever. Like I said, very Dio, Iron Maiden-esque, power metal, traditional, heavy metal. More so power metal in my opinion than traditional. But this one's on Dragon's Breath vinyl. Looks really, really cool. But definitely check them out. The young lady singing sounds great. Really cool and refreshing to hear some female vocals. The band just rips. Sounds a lot like Iron Maiden with maybe a female Dio on vocals. So check them out. Savage Master, Myth, Magic, and Steel. Speaking of Steel, next band is one of my favorites I've been listening to so far. Got a bunch of stickers. They sent me a whole pile of stickers and promo stuff with it. So thank you for that. But it is Steel Bearing Hand. The album is called Slay in Hell. I have no idea where these dudes are from at all. But the album is badass. Not too many songs, but each song is quite long. So you really get that 45-minute or 40-minute album when you purchase it, $20 on Bandcamp. This thing's awesome. Very speed thrash metal with a lot of death metal as well. It's almost like every song they'll go like thrash, death, thrash, death. Phenomenal though. Just great musicians, chugging guitar riffs, dive bombs galore on this record, which I love. So there's a picture of the dudes in the band. It might say where they're from on here. Don't really see. Lyrics. The vocals, though, are awesome. Wyatt Burton just sounds... He's got that classic metal voice, but it's not classic traditional heavy metal. It's more like thrash and death metal sounding vocals. Really, really cool. A lot of venom in his lyrics. Not the band Venom, but just a lot of he's spitting venom. Spitting venom in the eyes of your world when he delivers the vocals. So really, really cool. Sounds awesome. Again, very thrashy. My favorite song is a record called Till Death and Beyond. There's the record right there in red vinyl. And that's just this badass, crushing thrash metal song that just goes into this killer riffage breakdown. And at the end, you think the song stops, because it kind of does. And then this 2.5-minute dueling guitar solo happens. And it's almost like a guitar solo battle between the two guitar players who can solo the best. And it's just 2 minutes of just awesomeness. So highly recommend checking these guys out. If you dig just straight up awesome heavy metal, you're going to dig these guys. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Check them out, Steel Bearing Hand. The next record is Haunt. This is their, I think it's early 2020 actually. It's called Mind Freeze. Another one of those one-man bands. Trevor Church from Fresno, California, writes all the lyrics, plays all the instruments, records everything, and he just put out on Instagram that he's got a touring band getting ready to go out on tour this fall, I think. They're playing some shows this summer in his area in California, but again, album's called Mind Freeze. You get a really nice, glossy, thick insert right there with the lyrics. This one's on blue and green pinwheel. It's really, really cool. This Haunt is basically, to me, traditional American heavy metal. Really, really great guitar riffs, choruses you can sing along to, awesome guitar solos, just straight up awesome traditional American heavy metal. I love it. Check them out, Haunt. Great band. You won't be disappointed again. None of these albums are going to disappoint you. And keeping with the theme of one-man bands, we have Lunar Satan by Clint Wells. Again, he wrote the lyrics, played all the instruments, and he had his buddies record the actual parts for him. But great album. It's a concept album about Satan getting sent off into space, and then like the satanic supporters of him, whatever, had to go into the moon and get him, bring him back. It's a really, really good traditional American heavy metal hard rock album. Here it is on blood red vinyl. Really, really cool logo right there, or artwork rather. So check it out. I don't know if he's got any of these left, but definitely check him out on Bandcamp, Spotify, wherever you listen to music. Lunar Satan by Clint Wells. You'll not be disappointed in this. Really, really good as well. So, I got one more to show you guys, and I'm saving the best for last. This is my album of the year. Came out in March 2021, and I don't think anything's going to pass it. It is Demisers from Through the Gate Eternal. These guys are from Columbia, South Carolina, or Charleston maybe, I don't know, South Carolina. But it's awesome. Just like Hellripper, it's classified as black and speed, but I think the lyrics are just more heavy metal. I mean, there is some black metal kind of influence stuff, some thrash metal, but just the vocal delivery, in my opinion, is just heavy metal. The dude's in the band on the insert. There's the lyrics. Pretty badass silver and black vinyl right there. Really, really cool. Again, this thing just crushes. Forget all the subgenres, black and speed, whatever. It's just a crushing heavy metal album. So if you dig good heavy metal, killer guitars, awesome solos, more dive bomb guitars on this. A lot of cool change-ups, a lot of influences with this band, so with each song you can kind of hear a little something different. It's not all just speed thrash all the way through. You're just going to love this record, I promise you that. Like I said, it's my album of the year, 2021 album of the year. Came out in March, and I don't think anything's going to pass it. So definitely give Demiser a listen. Give all these bands a listen. If you've already heard them, if you're checking them out already, let me know in the comments down below which one. What do you think about it? I want to hear all your opinions on these bands because I've been loving them, listening to them late spring, early summer, and really digging them. So leave me that comment down below. Hit the like and subscribe. Go find me on Instagram, Headbangers Closet. I do my best to follow everybody back. Posting photos of these albums, all this other stuff. Metallica just announced they're coming to my city, Atlanta, in November, so I'm stoked about that. Can't wait to get tickets on Friday, so we'll have another Metallica episode coming for you guys next week. And yeah, stay tuned, and as always, cheers, guys.